I just haven't talked to him.
Well, Lucy landed store for me and she'll be back in a minute. Is there something else?
I just spent an hour. I have to spend an hour with a shrink. It's part of an evaluation. It's probably evaluation that goes along with medical school application. I knew nothing about this until today. So what if I'm certifiably nuts?
Certifiably nuts? You shouldn't be a doctor.
Jinx! You jinxed me. Once the statement is out in the ether, it's out there. Like I shouldn't be a doctor. Mike, we have to talk. Just tell me how to pass.
It's just a matter of taking a look at yourself.
Huh?
Think of the therapist as a guy who's holding up a mirror. He or she knows just how close to put it up to you so you can get the best view of who you are.
We both. No, it's not a mirror, it's a microscope.
No,
it's not. I don't want anyone looking at me that close.
What are you so afraid of? You've given a lot of thought to who you are and what you want to be, and what's required from you to be what you want to be. Haven't you?
Well.
Okay, even if you haven't, this is an opportunity to do that with someone who knows how to guide you through the thought process.
Well, I can't do this. I can't do this. Help me.
No one can help you. You don't want to help me.
You don't want to help me.
Deep breath. Deep breath.
Needles poked my eyes.
There's another way. It's just an hour tomorrow that you're going to be chatting with someone about yourself, and at the end of that hour, we're just going to go by like that. You'll know a little more about Matt Canvas.
You're missing the point. A stranger's got to know all the details, all the sordid details of my life. You don't know me. No one really knows me. I'm sorry, I'm a little early.
I'm here for the evaluation.
I'm here for the evaluation.
Should I sit down?
Sit down.
Lay down?
Lay down.
Stand up?
Stand up. Stand on my head.
Right. I heard you guys.
Right. I heard you guys don't say anything.
Ever sit down?
I'll just sit down and I've never done this before. I'm kind of new at this. Oh, I'm Matt Camden.
What do I call you?
What do I call you?
I'm Doc. Always like Doc. Respectful but casual. Okay?
Okay.
Doc.
Doc. So do I just start talking, or do you ask me questions?
Maybe you could ask
Maybe you could ask me a few questions to get started.
What's with the hair?
My hair? Well, I'm just experimenting with some different looks.
You like that one?
Yeah, I like it.
Do you like it?
Do you like
I'm
it?
asking the questions.
Yeah.
Doesn't the hospital have a policy about hair? Isn't it supposed to be clean? Oh, it is.
Oh, it's clean. I just use product in it.
To make it look good. Interesting. That can't be your best look. No offense.
No offense, but aren't shrinks supposed to be non-judgmental?
Shrinks were supposed to be non-judgmental.
My sister Lucy's boyfriend, Mike Pierce, he tried to kill himself. He's been a lot of shrinks.
Before or after he tried to kill himself? After.
After, I think.
Well, tell me about Lucy. Something besides the fact that she's not afraid to go out with a guy who tried to kill himself.
Well, Lucy is interesting. She used to cry about everything. And she always felt left out. And she's grown up. She's a senior in high school, and she's amazingly mature. I don't know what she thinks about me, but I don't know.
Well, pretend she's here right now. Ask her what she thinks about you going to medical school.
I feel a little foolish.
A little foolish, talking to an empty
That's
chair.
all right. Feel a little foolish. Everyone feels foolish from time to time. Being willing to feel foolish is a good way to learn something.
Well, I don't want to learn.
Well, I don't want to learn something. I just want to get to medical school. Would it be possible for me to get someone else to do this evaluation?
Entirely possible.
But not advisable.
Even advisable.
Look, all right. I apologize. I got off to a bad start. Start over. I have no idea. I know nothing about this. I know nothing about anything.
Good. Now we're getting somewhere.
Can't be a doctor. What am I thinking?
Should I be thinking about that?
Should I be thinking about that? Sometimes. Sometimes I think I want to do something that doesn't require school, right? What doesn't require an education? Oh, I'm an orderly. Yeah. So why can't I just be an orderly?
Whatever. Honest work, good job, serves a purpose.
Yeah, but I don't want to keep doing this all my life.
Well, do something else when you get tired of being an orderly. You don't have to be an orderly all your life. I want to be
a doctor.
Sorry, you can't be a doctor. Okay?
Okay, maybe I can be a doctor, but I don't know if I can.
Not doctor. I don't know if I can.
I don't know if I can get 9 years of school, and that's a lot of work. I mean, I'm a young man. I have things to do. I have a life to live. How am I going to live my life and be a doctor at the same time?
Okay, well, what if, while living your life, you become a doctor? Or, while becoming a doctor, you live your life?
Oh, don't confuse me. Oh, I'm not kidding. I mean, you must think I'm an idiot. Well, I am an idiot. Really, I am.
Oh, so here you rank 3rd in your class.
What?
Smile. You didn't know? All right, so, go on.
I could actually get into medical
That's how
school.
your evaluation goes.
Not going that well, is it?
Hey, start getting out of this place? Go around town around me? Sure.
Well,
I
sure.
really think you'll do better out of the hospital today.
I couldn't do any worse.
You want to be different. On the other hand, you prefer everyone else to be different. You want what you want, yet you strive to please other people. You're split, straight down the middle, one side battling against the other. Total conflict. Matt, you're a complete mess. Just like every other human being on earth. But I can change.
But I can change. Maybe I'm a person on earth.
I spoke with a couple of your doctors, and I'm not really satisfied with what they told me.
Yeah, I know the feeling. What they tell me was all a big mistake.
I got a son, Matt, who wants to be a doctor, and he was supposed to go to an evaluation with one of the hospital psychiatrists this afternoon so he could get into medical school, and he didn't show up. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know I need to find him, and then I'll check back with you tonight. We can talk some more.
Yeah. So it really happened then.
Well, somebody told me they saw him leave the hospital with one of the patients.
You know, I don't feel like I'm talking to a shrink. I feel like I'm talking to a holy man.
This is great, Matt, but I gotta be getting on with my work here. Yeah, you seem to really
You
care
know, you seem
about
to really care about
me.
people.
Well, I do. I hope things work out for you. Just Observe that conflict and know that the one doing the observing is the real you. Stay awake, stay observant, stay removed. As if you're watching over a patient that needs looking at. You think we could get together?
You think we can get together again and talk?
Sure. Next time I'm in the building, I'll look you up. Take it easy, man. Frankly.
Oh,
What was that for?
that was for encouraging me to go to the session. I have never felt so free and yet so focused. It was amazing.
Maybe I should talk to whoever you talk to. I'm confused about a few things myself.
Most people are.
You look pretty happy for someone who just pitched an evaluation important to your future as a doctor.
What?
You didn't show up for your evaluation.
Oh, Zach.
Oh, Dad, you worry too much. Not when did I show up. I spent the entire afternoon with this guy.
The guy I saw you walking down the hall with? Son, I hate to be the one to tell you, but that was a patient, not a doctor.
No. That was not just the doctor. That was Doc. Doctor of life. Well, he was just in the office when I showed up, and I thought he was a psychiatrist.
After a couple hours.
After a couple hours, he told me who he was.
Well, what is this
Well, he's this
guy who
guy who got a terminal diagnosis about 12 years ago,
nothing
and
the doctors could do?
nothing the doctors could do for him.
Turned out to be
So it turned out to be the luckiest thing that ever happened to him.
He started thinking
He started thinking at that point about who he was and what he was doing here, and well, you wouldn't understand if you didn't hear it from him. All I really know is that pressure's on. I thought I had to know everything. I thought I was responsible for life and death. I mean, how ridiculous. I'm only responsible for knowing everything they teach me and realizing that that may not be enough. I can be a doctor now, and I want to be a doctor. All I have to do is make my way into Dr. Brown's office, and everything understands that this Doc guy's his friend.
Did you get a phone number? Whose phone number?
Whose phone number?
Doc, I think I need him. I didn't get a phone number.
I didn't get a phone number, but don't worry.
He always
He shows up when he's needed.
Do that.
But to do
I
that,
have to be clear about
I have to be clear about who I am,
role is in the healing
what my
process.
role is in the healing process.
Your friend was
Your friend was so helpful that I just took the risk of not showing up.
It's a good risk to take.
Some human beings live their lives so well that they are an authority on life itself. The man you call Doc is one of those people. He's not really my patient. He's my teacher. You know what he told me?
You know what he told me?
All patients are teachers.
All patients are teachers.
And there's an opportunity
And there's an opportunity to learn something every time I'm with a patient.
I'm a long way from that.
I'm a long way from that,
I'm excited about
I'm
it.
excited about it.
Enthusiasm is vital to a good life. Yeah,
Yeah,
just what Doc said.
that's just what Doc said.
Oh, we're going to...
Oh, we're going to... Ow!
What's going on? Alexis, I'm getting the feeling that you don't want me to know where you're going. Normally I'd be a little concerned, but since you're with Matt, okay, fine, go do. Just be careful.
Ow! You're kicking me! Stop it!
Remember it's supposed to be a surprise?
Right. Sorry, I forgot. But I'm taking you to the store to get you Mama a present, right?
I love that.
Why are you being all private?
I love her. You love
Why are you giving her a present?
Lola. She's a great mom. She works really hard, and there's a lot of stuff for all of us. We're lucky to have her.
Maybe I should get her a
Maybe I should get her a present too.
I'm going out to save my
I was planning. Is there any dinner left?
Or I could
Or
eat out.
I could eat
Did
out.
you think we could do the store today?
Do you like the makeup?
You like the makeup
The makeup
she bought you?
What was it for?
Who was it for?
Ruthie.
No, but Ruthie's too young to wear makeup.
Bingo. Her father and I told her she couldn't have it.
But, so she lied to me to help her get it?
Yeah, I know Lucy's done
I
some
know
questionable things
Lucy's
before,
done
but she's
some
never
questionable
looked me in
things
the
before, but she never looked me in the eye and lied.
Does it?
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
I was waiting for you so we could both talk to her.
No.
No.
The whole thing
No, this whole thing was my fault. I was the adult in charge. I'd like to handle Ruthie by myself.
You're going to have to punish her, and she's not going to like you for it.
I don't care.
I don't care.
I've been home for a while.
I've been home for a while.
But I've been in my room.
But I've been in my room.
Thinking of what I want
Thinking
to
of what I want to say. I'm very upset. Hey, let's not bring the devil into this, okay?
I want you to apologize.
I want you to apologize.
I'm sorry.
I want you
No, I want you to apologize and mean it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to lie, but I had to have that makeup fix.
That's not an apology.
It's not an
Why are
apology.
you being so mean to me?
Well, I'm not being
Well, I'm not being mean. I'm being nice.
You have to learn that
You have to learn that what you did is wrong, and if you don't learn it today, you can go out and do the same thing tomorrow on someone else, like you hurt me and hurt them.
No, it's okay if you
No,
don't
it's okay if you don't understand what I'm saying,
we can
because
talk tomorrow
we can talk tomorrow when I drive you back to the store to return that makeup kit.
What?
What?
Trying to find a bride? No, I'm just...
No, I'm just reading one of the articles.
I was.
I was.
You went out and bought a bride's magazine to read the articles. Maybe what's it?
Maybe, what's it to you?
Article. Well, right now
For right now, I happen to read an article about how women met their future husbands.
you are looking for a bride. But I'm just
Look,
reading,
I'm just reading, okay?
Okay, I'm looking for
Okay, I'm looking for my future bride.
Isn't getting into med school enough for right now? You have to have a bride, too? Yeah, I decided
Yeah, I decided I do. And the next woman I go out with, I'm going out with that intent to marry her. I'm never again going one day past the day that says I can't marry that woman.
It just seems odd to me that this is the thing you've chosen to worry about. What's so odd about it?
What's so odd about it? Like Dad always says, there's two things most important in life. What work you do and who you love. Now that I know what work I'm going to be doing, I want to be in love and I'm going to be married.
Without having the responsibility of a wife and a family, isn't it? It's responsibility.
Is responsibility a burden?
I think not.
I think not.
It's what a man does.
It's what Amanda asked David when he was afraid to make a commitment. He asked her to marry him the next day.
You're not going to go out and do anything stupid, are you? What?
I might. I do. Actually,
You should get out and enjoy yourself more. You won't have much time for that once you start medical school.
I agree.
I agree.
No? Come on, who are you going out with?
It's
Well,
someone new.
it's someone new. A woman in one of my study groups.
You can bring her by if you want.
Oh, may I?
Oh, may I?
Come on. What would it hurt?
I'll keep that in mind.
I'll keep that in mind.
What?
What?
Could we borrow your bride's magazine?
Well, you could.
Well, you could, but why would you need to?
Could come up with a 5 or 10. Wait, you're just getting ready to
Well, you're just getting ready to want.
You have to have bills larger than one.
Come on.
I suggest you stop by the real bank and use your bank card. Look, I don't have
Look,
time.
I don't have time.
I have to have a couple of appointments. The only large bills I have.
I'll take them.
Hey, that's $90. You asked for 50. I changed my
I changed my mind. You know, I'm good for it. Look, I'll get back to you tomorrow. Okay?
Wait, you plan to spend $90 on some chick you've never even gone out with before? Maybe I'd like to at least have
Maybe
the
I'd like to at least have the option.
$90?
Yeah, $90.
Better marry her. Robbie or Ruthie?
Robbie or Ruthie?
Ruthie. Obviously, she got it from Robbie. You actually bought a bride's magazine? No, I got it out
No,
of
I got out of the waiting room at the clinic, if you must know.
Thank you.
No, thank you. I think you're aware that I have some place to go.
Is she pretty?
Yes.
Yes.
Is she smart?
Yes.
Yes.
Blonde?
Yes.
Yes.
Is she marriage material?
Yes.
Yes, well,
I
no.
don't know, but
I don't know, but I intend to find
Yeah,
out.
that's what I've heard. Does Mom and Dad know?
Have you told
Have
them?
you told?
I wouldn't share your personal information with Mom and Dad.
Just Simon, Mary.
Just Son and Mary and Lucy.
And David and Sam. But they won't tell anyone. They can't tell anyone. They can't communicate.
Well, thanks for not telling Mom and Dad. But I have to go now, so.
Careful out there.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, what's that supposed to mean?
It means don't get married just to be getting married.
Promise.
I
Promise.
mean it.
I said I promise.
I said a promise.
You mean it.
Yes, I did.
Yes, I did.
I'm not gonna be getting
I'm not going to be getting married just to be getting married. If I
get
get married, it's because I met the right woman, and I'm in love, and I want to share the rest of my life with her. You worry me.
I worry everyone. What with my brain and my good looks, there's no telling what I can do.
Can I go now?
Can I go now?
I'm pretty stupid.
I told Robbie.
I told Robbie I
Tell
wouldn't.
me.
I won't.
I won't do anything stupid.
Don't you believe that? Oh, by the way, that lady from the clinic called.
What lady?
What
The
lady?
boss lady. She wants me to come in.
Why, I can't go on.
I can't go. I have a
That's
date.
exactly what I told her.
Harry? I don't think so.
Yeah, yeah. Book.
What book?
Right book.
Bride's book? Matt has a bride's book?
No.
Where'd you get this?
From that.
Now, more like Lucy and Mary.
No. No.
Oh. Yes, yes. Lucy and Mary want to be brides.
Ma. Ma.
Do you know anything about this magazine?
It's the Bride's magazine. Where'd you find it?
Well, Sam and David gave it to me. They keep saying it's Matt's book. Is it Matt's book?
Must be if they think so.
Hey, I was just looking for that.
Why?
Oh, Matt was reading before. Sounded pretty interesting.
Hey, wait, I want to know what Matt was doing with that magazine.
He brought it home from work.
But why?
You might as well know. Matt's looking for a bride.
Matt's looking for a bride.
Yeah.
Well, I hardly think that Matt needs to be getting married and trying to go to medical school at the same time.
Yeah.
That's what I told him.
Who's he going out with?
Some new chick.
New? That's good.
Not necessarily. From what Matt said, John asked Susan to get married on their first date.
Oh, but the good news is he got called into work.
Is he going?
Couldn't say.
You know that. He probably went to work.
Hey, did you call me?
Hey, did you call me?
We're across the blood drive tomorrow. We need you. But that's why they
But that's why they scheduled me for tomorrow. And why they didn't schedule me for tonight?
Then I scheduled you. Suit up. Time's a wasting. Why, the date?
I have a date.
That's so sweet. Suit up. Time's a wasting. It wasn't just
It wasn't just any date.
Sure, not just anyone would go out with you. No, I happened.
No, I happen to be looking for a wife.
Find her in one night, did you? Maybe.
Maybe.
Can't you get anyone else?
Can't you get anyone else?
I tried everyone else.
Hey, this is Matt. Look, I'm really sorry, but they called me in at the last minute to work. Can we reschedule? Thanks. Bye.
Oh, I hear you're looking for a wife. So, you're serious. You're looking for a wife.
Yes, I'm serious.
Yes, I'm serious.
Specifically, what are you looking for in a wife?
I'm looking for
I'm
someone
looking for someone who can understand the demands of a household and be supportive, realizing that eventually the sacrifices will pay off. Someone who's kind and generous, patient and forgiving, and a sense of humor would be nice.
What are you looking for in a husband?
What are you looking for in a
What
husband?
makes you think I'm looking for a husband?
Wasn't everyone looking for someone?
No. But, if I were looking for a husband, I'd want someone who can understand the demands of medical school and be supportive, realizing that eventually the sacrifices will pay off. Someone who's kind and generous and patient and forgiving and, oh yeah, a sense of humor would be nice. Weren't you quoting what Kathleen said to Marshall in an article in Brides magazine, June 2000? The issue was sitting out in the waiting area. You didn't happen to take it home with you, did you?
Why were you
reading it?
That's your answer, a question?
I thought you were looking for
I thought you weren't looking for a husband. I mean, if you're not looking for a husband, why are you reading Brides
Isn't
magazine?
everyone looking for someone?
You can't just repeat what I
You can't just repeat what I say.
So are you dating anyone?
So are you dating
Oh, I
anyone?
was dating someone. Are you dating anyone?
I was dating.
Well, I was dating
Why
someone.
aren't you dating now?
Because it wasn't going anywhere.
Because it wasn't going anywhere.
I felt like I wasn't
I felt like I wasn't ready, but I wasn't ready because she wasn't the right woman. Although she was nice enough
Maybe
for
you
it.
can't make a commitment.
No, I can make it.
No, I can make a commitment. I mean, I'm committed.
To what?
I'm committed.
I'm committed to finding the right woman.
Do you mean perfect or right?
No, I'm not looking for perfect. I'm looking for someone I can share my life with.
So when you find her,
When I find her, then
When I find her, then I'm going to ask her to marry me.
ever ask a woman to marry you before?
maybe.
Maybe.
Okay, once.
Okay, once.
How far did you get with the wedding plans?
To the altar.
Wow. And then you backed out?
She back.
No, she backed out.
Oh, ouch.
No, we're still friends.
Oh, we're still friends.
What?
What?
But that's not good.
Well, that's not good.
We're still friends.
We're still friends. It's not good.
What do you mean about getting married and going to medical school at the same time? Or do you mean about getting engaged and going to medical school at the same time and then later after medical school getting married?
The first one.
The first one.
And when you say the first one, you mean you're thinking about getting married and going to medical school at the same time, the first year, the second year, third year?
All years.
All years.
What field of study?
No, I want to be a
I want to be a gynecologist.
gynecologist.
Obstetrician gynecologist.
I love women.
I love women. I love life. I want to deliver babies.
I see. And how many babies do you want from your wife?
I'm not sure. I could go with as few as one, as many as 7. Doc? Who's dying?
Sooner or later, everyone would imagine. Don't you just have a
Don't
habit
you
of
just have a habit of showing up in this life and death crisis?
Is somebody on a life crisis around here?
Why, I think
Well, I think I am.
if it were a real crisis, wouldn't you know? Why I want to get married.
I want to get married. Is that a crisis?
How you married? Who you married? Oh, she's nice. Who's nice?
Who's nice?
That woman that just walked by. No, I wasn't talking.
Oh, I wasn't talking about her.
Who are you talking about? I don't know.
I don't know. I just want to get married.
Well, good for you. Marriage is a wonderful thing. Someone to love and someone to love you unconditionally all of your life. I don't know what's come over me.
I don't know what's come over me. I feel compelled to get married right
So
now.
get married right now. But it's crazy.
But that's crazy, isn't it?
To decide
I mean, to decide to get married and find a woman and get married?
What would be the sane way to go about doing it?
I don't know.
You meet someone.
I mean, you meet someone, you fall in love, you get married.
I like her. You know her? I met
Well,
her.
I met her tonight. Her name is Sarah.
Oh, Sarah. Very Sarah. She's nice. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I was talking about this woman that I was supposed to go out with tonight.
No.
No.
Then take the other one. Take Sarah.
Take-
Look, you know that I know women. So take my advice. Sarah's a keeper.
You lock it up, right, can't you?
Yeah, I'll lock
Oh,
up.
yeah, I'll lock up.
And I hope you're wearing your dancing shoes.
Of course. Go for it, kid.
So, you gonna ask me out for a cup of coffee or what? Where do you think Matt is?
I don't know, but we're not waiting up for him, are we?
Do you think he went to work, or do you think he went out on a date?
He went to work. I called.
And you're just now telling me that.
You could have called.
But I didn't. Matt just seemed... He wouldn't.
He wouldn't.
He wouldn't. He wouldn't. Now. What? You don't like sugar and coffee?
Oh, I didn't say anything.
I don't.
I like it black.
Can you drink it black?
I like it.
I like it.
Try with a little sugar in it. Take this.
Very good.
It's very good.
You liked it better black?
Yes.
Yes.
I find that hard to believe. I do.
How many brothers and sisters?
How many brothers and sisters do you
No,
have?
I'm an only child. How many kids are in your family?
7. I'm the oldest.
So that's why you said you'd be willing to have 7 children. Do you like being in a big family?
Most of the time.
You like being
You like being the only child?
No. It's like living in a spotlight. I'm the focus of my parents' every obsession. Am I eating enough? Am I sleeping enough? Am I warm enough? Am I cold enough? It's endless. I can't wait to get away. But at the same time, it's going to be hard to believe. I'm going to school at Columbia.
Well, so am I.
Yeah, but it's not.
But it's not going to be easy for me to leave my brothers and sisters.
How old are they?
Well, Mary's 20, Lucy's 19, Simon's 15, Ruthie's 11, and Sam and David, the twins, are 3.
Wow.
Where'd you grow up?
Where'd you
I
grow
grew
up?
up in Flatbush, in Brooklyn. My family moved here the year that I started high school, but my grandparents still live there.
I've lived in the same house all my
Do you
life.
still live at home? Me too.
What does your father
What does your father do?
He's a rabbi. What did your father do?
He's a minister. You know, for a Protestant church.
I see. Protestants not Catholic, right?
No, Protestant ministers marry Catholic priests don't.
Both have Jesus.
Both have Jesus.
I thought so. Not that I know much about it, obviously. You know, I have to say, I didn't see that coming.
Neither did I.
You had no hint that I was Jewish.
Well, it never
Well, it never occurred to me. You thought I was Jewish?
False hope.
You know, I've never understood the term false hope. I mean, what is that? I mean, if you hope, right?
It's the thing you hope for.
There's a thing you hope for that turns out the way you want it, then you have true hope. And if it doesn't turn out the way you have false hope, I mean, well, what is it? I'm sure.
So, I guess I should say thank you for the coffee and have a nice life.
No,
I never said I was.
whenever I was looking for someone for my father to
I'm
marry,
looking for someone from you.
I'm looking for someone for me to marry.
Thinking about your father, I was thinking about my father.
Oh,
So I should say.
so I should say thank you for the coffee and have a nice life.
You should if you never want to see me again.
I want to see you again.
I want to see you again.
So, tomorrow night, you pick me up at 7 and you'll meet my family and then we'll drop by your house and meet your family and we'll go from there.
How about I pick
How about I pick you up at 7 and meet your family, then we'll drop by my house and we'll meet my
Do you
family?
have control issues?
No, do you have control
I
issues?
have no issues. I just thought maybe you would never ask. It's not like you asked me for coffee. Although I wanted you to.
Aren't you,
Aren't you gonna drink that?
I don't like coffee, even with sugar in it. I can pay you back for it if you want.
No, that's okay. Coffee's a cheap drink, whether you drink it or not.
So this is a date? We came on separate cars.
So we'll make tomorrow night a real date.
That depends. Where are you taking me tomorrow night?
If we're gonna meet each other's parents, then we should probably plan on going out for dinner. I mean, unless you want to eat with my family or your family. And I prefer we spend most of the time, most of the
Truthfully, you make me
evening
a
with each
little
other.
nervous and I don't know if I can eat dinner with you.
You make me a little nervous too. But
But
we should eat dinner together. See what it's like.
I like red meat. It doesn't have to be steak. I like hamburger.
I do too.
I just wish he'd come home.
Are we gonna sleep if he doesn't come home?
No. want to go look for him?
Where would I go look for him?
Where would we look for him?
Where would we look for him?
Hey. I
Front door.
came in the front door.
Well, I was at work.
I was at work.
With Sarah.
I was out with Sarah,
A woman you meet tomorrow night.
a woman you'll meet tomorrow night.
Am I?
I might.
Sarah says you're looking for a wife. I am looking for a wife.
I am looking for a wife.
You're looking outside your faith for a wife. Well,
Well, I wasn't intending to look outside my faith or inside my faith. I mean,
What's really important?
what's really important
Right?
is I want to have faith,
In
right?
this particular case, the case involving my daughter, it's important that you, my young man, are of the Jewish faith. I'm certain you understand why. I'll take that as a no. If you don't understand, but I can explain.
So, how's it going?
How would you expect?
I would expect that everything is going fine. This is a friend of mine.
Correct me if I'm wrong. This is not just a friend of yours. This is a friend of yours that you're hoping will be a husband of yours.
I should have said anything. You must be mad. How lovely to meet you. You understand why we don't want our daughter to marry you, don't you?
Again, a no, huh? Let me see if I can explain.
Well, we can explain. Neither of you should explain. We should go.
No, please. You go now. He might not understand. You might not understand. Our dream is for you to have a nice Jewish husband and raise nice Jewish children and carry on our nice Jewish faith, of which this friend of yours you want to marry knows nothing. I could learn, couldn't I?
I could learn, couldn't
You
I?
could. But hey, you go to medical school, huh? I mean, you're going to have enough learning for a lifetime. Well, with all those names of the new germs and diseases, it's overwhelming. Seriously, man. My wife and I don't mean to offend you. However, this is our daughter. Our only daughter. And we just don't think it's appropriate that you're taking her out to dinner with the intent to find out if the two of you are compatible as man and wife.
What? He should take me to bed?
Oh, God.
Oh, would you lighten up, everyone?
Sarah, what your father is trying to say is why go out to dinner to find out something you already know? Matt is a lovely man who is not for you. Isn't that right, Matt?
Despite the differences
in our religions, I'm very interested in your daughter, and I'm very serious about wanting to be married at this time in my life. However, I admit we just met. We don't know each other that well, but I would like to get to know her better.
I don't like him for you. I would like him to have someone else, a nice someone else, because he should have nice. He's a nice man. But I don't like him for you.
What your mother said.
It's been wonderful having you meet Matt. We're going to dinner now. Enjoy the evening. Matt?
Thank you.
Thank you for your honesty.
Sarah, darling, take a sweater. It's cold outside.
You know, just give me a second to recover.
Thanks for
And thanks for the warning, by the way.
I should warn you, my parents are not going to let me go out to dinner with you without giving you a hard time.
Yes, but not
Yes, but not now. before I came over.
Hale,
They hate me.
They hate me.
what are you talking about? They want me down.
What?
Come on, let's go meet the Camdens and compare notes.
So Matt was telling us that you two just met last night.
I overheard him say that he was looking for work, so I figured, what the heck, I'd ask him out for a cup of coffee. What can it hurt? Sure, what can it hurt?
Yeah, but I mean, you two are both going off to medical school next year. You're both going to be studying to be doctors, and well,
It would be a lot to take on.
yeah, it's just that I can't imagine going through medical school and planning a wedding. It's all very
Challenging.
yes, it's not
Risky.
exactly.
Yes. I have to say that while I had never considered it before, marriage could offer some stability and security and comfort during a very challenging time. It might be nice to come home from a horrible day at school and long hours at a hospital and be with a husband or a wife who's going through the same thing. I don't know. It could work, don't you think?
Yeah, it could. But you two are just on your first real date. So I'm sure after you spend more and more time together, you'll be able to make a good decision that will affect the rest of your life.
On the other hand,
You really know
How much can you really know about each other?
make a commitment.
If you don't make a commitment to be with each other for the rest of your life.
I'm sure the two of you
didn't really know each other until you got married. And you've been married for over 20 years, and you're still getting to know each other. I mean, if you had just been dating, when times got tough, probably would have gone your separate ways.
Seriously thinking about making a decision about marriage on your first date. Maybe.
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 Okay, maybe, but maybe not. I mean, it's not likely. It's more unlikely.
The odds are that you won't make this kind of decision on your first date or even your second or third.
It's more likely that you'll make that decision after many dates. Many dates. At least, say, 6 months of dates.
are you getting hungry?
Are you getting hungry?
It was very nice meeting you.
Eh,
Shalom.
They wouldn't.
I wouldn't. I mean, he's impulsive, but he's not insane.
He's a very intelligent young man. He's going to medical school on a scholarship. Did she say shalom?
Hold on. You didn't forget to tell them I was Jewish, didn't you?
Yeah, I don't think it ever came
I don't
up.
think it ever came up.
You didn't tell them my father's a rabbi? Why not?
Why?
Why?
Because I'm Jewish and my father's a rabbi.
Well, it doesn't matter to
It
me.
doesn't matter to me, so why would it matter to them?
It matters to me.
You want me to go back
Let me
and
go
tell
back and tell them I will.
Would you?
if that's what you
If
want?
that's what you want.
You're not telling them because you've already decided that we would never work out and you're only taking me to dinner because you said you would and then you intend to take me home and never call me again. Because I'll tell you something, I don't like hamburgers that much.
But you just get in the car.
Furthermore, I haven't said that I find you to be so attractive that I would do something stupid like... Marry you. Could you do that again?
I can do that for
I could do that for the rest of my life.
But just so you know,
But just so you know,
my entire family is
my entire family is probably
probably
watching.
Jay, they look good together. Matt!
You're his father. Do something.
Like what?
Like anything. Just stop them before they do something they may regret for the rest of their lives.
Better hurry up, they're in the car. been here, we think he's coming. That's how I see it.
Okay, that works for me.
How can you be Republican?
Well, I don't know. I interned for Hillary Clinton. I wasn't driven to, but I liked Bush. I voted for Bush.
Your father has to be a Democrat.
Why?
Because, is he?
He is.
So is my father, and so am I. I could never vote for a Republican. Unless Rumsfeld runs for something. What? Why like Rumsfeld?
He was appointed by Bush.
Okay. I like Bush too, I admit it, but I am still a Democrat.
Doesn't sound like you're a Democrat.
I am.
Are you sure?
The Yankees are the greatest baseball team in America.
I don't follow baseball.
Okay, this could be a problem, because I'm a huge Yankees fan. I watch every game.
How could that be a
Now,
problem?
how could that be a problem?
No.
No.
It's baseball. It's life. It's everything.
So when we're in school in New York, one day when we both have the day off, we'll go to Yankee Stadium. You can teach me all about baseball.
I have to teach you about Jews, and I have to teach you about baseball.
What are your options?
Well, what are your options? Unless you want to marry a nice Jewish man who knows about baseball.
So don't say that I don't want to. What are you going to teach me?
I'm very good at
I'm very good at ironing.
You know anything about
You know anything about ironing?
I'm trying to be serious, and you want to talk about ironing?
So let's get serious.
All right, so let's get serious.
You think you could marry
You think you could marry someone who's not Jewish?
I never considered it before. And then last night, you walked into my life. I find you so attractive and considerate and passionate that I found myself wondering what it would be like to be married to you. At the same time, I am so frightened by the idea of being with someone who's so different from my family. And you? You could marry someone who's Jewish? Just make no mistake about it, Matt. I am Jewish.
I don't know if I could marry
I don't know if I could marry someone Jewish.
but I know I could.
But I know I could marry you, and I know you're Jewish.
I respect you.
And I respect who you are, and I have no desire to change you or what you believe.
Don't make me cry. I want dessert.
I couldn't stop thinking.
I couldn't stop thinking about you all night last night.
Couldn't stop thinking.
Couldn't stop thinking about you all day today.
I picture us in school
I picture us in school together, picture us graduating,
starting our own practice.
starting our own practice together, having children together, growing old together.
I did the same thing. But every time I got to the holidays, I wondered, could I look at the Christmas tree? Really, in my mind, it became an obstacle of gigantic proportions.
Now, a Christmas tree is nice. Our family always has a Christmas tree. One that Dad gets someplace cheap, and it's filled with a bunch of old ornaments we made ourselves. But I don't care about having or not having a Christmas tree. Because the true meaning of Christmas is that God keeps his promises. Has given all of us the gifts of love and life. And we can share those gifts. Even though you're Jewish and I'm a Christian. I'm not saying there wouldn't be challenges for the two of us. I'm just saying that we both have a foundation for meeting all of life's challenges, if that's what we decide what we want to do.
Make me cry.
All right,
New subject.
new subject.
Yeah,
Did I mention I don't have any money?
I don't mean.
I don't mean for dinner. I can pay for dinner. But I have to have a scholarship in order to go to med school. Or a student loan, and I have to work. It's not something I do for fun or for work experience. My family isn't rich, you can probably tell. And I don't have any money other than a couple $100. And there are no hidden assets like a trust fund or stocks or any of that stuff. I'm pretty good with what little money I do have, and I don't spend more than I make, and I don't use credit. I just wanted to be truthful about my finances.
Then I guess I should be truthful. I guess then what people call, what's the word, wealthy? And And I don't mean my parents are wealthy, I mean, I'm wealthy, and I do have a trust fund, and I do a considerable savings, and I have investments.
Now you're gonna make
Now
me
you're
cry.
gonna make me cry.
You know, I've never even talked to anyone about money before, outside my family. It's kind of a relief to know that I can. It's so intimate. I think we can talk about sex now.
I think we should.
I think we should.
We could.
We could talk about
We could talk about sex every night this week.
We've done pretty well so far.
I agree.
I agree, but when do we talk about it enough?
We'll go out.
We'll go out every night this week and not talk about sex.
Either way, if we date every night this week, my parents are definitely going to think that we're serious about each other.
I think we are serious.
I think we are serious about each other.
What will your parents think?
So I'm in love with
But I'm
you.
in love with you.
It's a little too soon for that, don't you think?
Well,
I just thought since we're talking about getting
I
married,
don't want you to tell me that you love me until or unless we say I do.
I don't know if I'll be able to wait that long.
Wow. How long do you think that would be?
Let's just make a deal. Let's agree that I get to be the one to pop the question.
Oh, like I would ask you? There would be something wrong with that?
Do we have a deal?
If that's what you want.
That's what I want.
Okay. But do it right when you do it, like a real proposal. If you decide to ask me.
Well, should I ask your father first?
I'd like you to be alive for the wedding, not to mention the honeymoon.
Sarah?
Matt?
Will you marry me?
Will you marry me?
When?
When? As soon as you want. You set the date.